All right, morning everybody. It's like my third time trying to make this video. I got to do about something about this memory or whatever like that. But look here, I want to talk about some videos that I've been watching this morning, and a lot of it has to do with law enforcement and basically them overstepping their powers. And first of all, I like to say this is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? My perception of how I see things, and let's get into it. Our police officers, law itself has changed dramatically. It's all about locking people up, you know what I'm saying, for the revenue of the state, revenue of the city, so forth. Even the feds. I understand laws being broken and something has to be done to protect the people that's not involved or that nature or even, you know, just things been done. You understand? I get that. I get that. Um, but there's guidelines. And when we're talking about the justice system, I think the guidelines are being, overstepped. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things when it comes to law, you know what I mean, they put a lot of people away, you know, unfairly or unjust because they use their previous record. Well, once you use your previous record, that means that you already did your time for that crime. That means you'd have already did whatever paper you had to do on that crime. And so to go back and use that again is double jeopardy. So let's just say a person commits a crime that's only warranted maybe a year in jail. Well, just because that person has a previous record, that 1 year now can jump up to 5 to 7 years. And unfortunately, depending on who you go in front of, you might get a half that, quarter to a half that in the prison for a crime that really only recommends 1 year. It's unfair. It's unjust. Police officers, the videos that I've seen, whether these police officers, we all seen what they've done in the past throughout the city, throughout the world, where they taking civilian lives. And all they want to do, they want to suspend them, or some of them might go to prison. A very small few might go to prison. You're looking at it like these officers are put in place to govern the citizens, right, to protect us of this nature. But I think it's like, if you want to look at the pyramid, it starts at the top and works its way down at the bottom. So our laws, our justice system needs to be taken a look at and realize, where they're playing a role in all these type of things. And things need to be changed. I would always say our government is failing us. It really is. And I'm talking about the innocent and the guilty. It's failing us. I come from a state where they have it's a law called Measure 11. Measure 11 was put in place for that if anybody commit a crime, a person-to-person crime, and a weapon is involved, then you got an automatic 5 years you have to do. Automatic. So this law being put in place for the citizens, right? They did it mostly for the gang members at the time, you know what I mean? And of that nature. The urban community. And so that it's just another way to find a way to lock people up. You understand what I'm saying? And keep them there for a while. Because again, this isn't about law anymore. It's about revenue. It's about revenue for the cities. It's about revenue for the county. It's about revenue for the feds. It's about revenue. When they strip you of your social security number and they give you another number across your chest and tell you you're inmate such and such, that is your revenue number for that system. You understand what I'm saying? So it's about money. It's not really pertaining to law anymore. It's about what can we give this person? How long can we lock this person up to get as much as we can from this person? All for this person, not from this person, all for this person. It's not even really about the crime anymore. You have some judges, you have some attorneys, you have some prosecutors that still do their job by the law. And for those ones that still doing their jobs by the law, stay in the system. We need people like y'all. And it helps. It helps for those, that really, doing what's right. Police officers. Like I said, some of the videos that I've been looking at, the police officers out here, they losing their mind. They're overstepping their boundaries. And we all have seen throughout the time that there's been many police officers that have overstepped their boundaries. And the only thing that happens to these officers, someone might, get kicked off the force or suspended sentences. Not sentence, excuse me. Suspended, time from work. And maybe might go to prison for their actions. They make laws to govern the cities, right? Or the communities or that nature. How about we implement laws to govern our law enforcement? How about making a law where, like I say, in Oregon, they have Measure 11. Measure 11, 5 years automatic with any type of crime, involving a crime with a weapon. How about our government implement a law where if any police officer is involved in any type of homicide, negligent due to their negligence, then they have an automatic 10 years to do. That way, we don't have to worry about these brothers of power stepping into our urban communities and being all over the TV trying to keep the peace. You understand what I'm saying? One as we get knocked off. And now we have to wait and see what's going to happen to the police officers. You see what I'm saying? And within that time, a whole lot can happen in the streets. I was around when Rodney King happened. You understand what I'm saying? I seen what things can happen. Yeah. So why don't we take the weight game away? Strip the weight game. How about we implement a 10-year policy when they even go to the academy? Before they go to the academy, check this out. Read this thoroughly. You see what I'm saying? Thoroughly. We can make it bold print. Skip the fine print. Let's make it bold print. If any civilian dies due to the recklessness of your actions, understand me? Any civilian dies through your actions, you understand me? And it wasn't caused for, you see what I'm saying? It wasn't caused for, then you got an automatic 10 years to do. Automatic, I don't give you choke them, shoot them, beat them. You got 10 years to do. Everyone involved has 10 years to do. And I say everyone involved because they got this law out now. Depending on what state you in. I'm going to break it down to you. If there's 3 people, all right, we're going to say 3 people. If 3 people goes into a resident to commit a robbery, the person in the house kills one of the 3. One of the 3. Boop, gone. The 2 that's left, that was a part of the 3, get charged with the murder. Some cold shit. The out of the 3, if the person in the house kills one of the 3, these 2 get charged with the murder. All right. Y'all want to do that? I think it's only fair that we do it with the law enforcement. If there's 5 officers on the scene and 1 officer kills a person, a civilian, then all of them should be charged 10 years automatic. They need to start governing each other. You see what I'm saying? Because obviously the civilian can't govern the officers. So they need to start governing each other. And before they even become police officers, they need to understand what's at jeopardy. Their freedom in life is at jeopardy as well. And we're going to weed out a lot of the nonsense. A lot of the officers that just want to come be officers just to become bullies. You understand what I'm saying? And then the ones that want to be officers that want to do the right thing, then they there to do the right thing. And those that don't want to do the right thing, well, you can go always be a police firefighter. If that clause in that paperwork, that 10 years scares you, then you're not in there for the right reasons anyway. Go grab a hose. Go pull out a fire or something. we have to be careful how we deal with law enforcement. In my opinion, once again, I think they're waiting for the public to become outraged and fight against, law enforcement. We have to be careful of that. I will constantly say over and over again, I think they want to implement martial law. Some would say that we have been under martial law for a long time now. And that's how they're able to put these laws through without anybody even voting on them. They just appear because we're still under the state of martial law at this time. But don't quote me on it. Do your own research. I believe that they want to implement martial law. They want to shut everything down. And once we start bucking against the police officers, that's going to give them all the rights in the world to do so. But it doesn't give the police officers a right to just do what they want to civilians. Pulling over civilians for a traffic stop. Well, things are getting out of hand. Things are getting out of hand. And if they're there to govern us and to protect, to serve us, then it looked like somewhere somebody didn't fell off. So if we have to start looking to the Supreme Court, if we have to start looking at somebody about what needs to go on and what needs to change within these laws and policies dealing with these police officers in these different states, then it needs to be done. Because eventually things will get bad. And I hope it doesn't, because I truly believe this is what they're waiting on. I truly believe this is what they're waiting on. And then they're going to shut everything down. Like I said once before, I think COVID-19 was a trial run on how it was going to look if everything gets shut down. Because that was basically, martial law without, all the bells and whistles. You understand me? Because they shut everything down. And they want to see how people are going to react to it. We need to, things need to change. You know what I'm saying? And as the people, it's up to us to make that change. It's up to us to go to our government. It's up to us to go to the Supreme Court and be like, hey, this is, something has to give. Because again, not everybody out there, as far as a judge, a prosecutor, attorney, even police officers, not everyone is bad. You have some police officers in some state that if the police officers in certain states are corrupt, you got other people that leave. Officers have left their police force to go to another police force because they're so corrupt. Everyone is not bad. Everybody's not good. I think y'all need to implement something in that, some type of cause in y'all laws when you become a police officer, just like you do for the civilians. And I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, man. It's just something that I want to share. Y'all stay blessed. Keep your faith. One.